Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you clicked on this video. Today I'm going to be going over the sales in my resale business from April 14th to April 20th. It wasn't my best week. It was Easter week, and usually my biggest sales are on the weekend, and the weekend was really slow. I know people were busy celebrating our risen Savior, so that is okay with me. But I did have some good sales that I'm excited to share with you, around $50, like three or four of those. And then this week is already starting to pick up, so I'm not worried. I want to go ahead and apologize. I don't know if you'll be able to hear, but we have a pretty crazy thunderstorm going on right now, even though it looks sunshiny and the wind has calmed down. You can see out the front window here. My neighbor's yard is flooded. Here, let me show you. The neighbor's yard looks like a lake. Our basketball goal blew down, and we've got some pretty big limbs down, so we're gonna have some work to do tomorrow. But I wanted to get this video recorded. Hopefully you can hear me over the rain. Oh, and there was hail hitting the windows earlier, but I think we're gonna be okay. Before we get into today's sales, if you are new here, hi, I am JENNYSHANEYFELT. For my resale business, the way that it works is I go to thrift stores. I sift through all the racks, treasure hunting and finding the best brands, the best quality, the best styles. And at a thrift store, it's pretty inexpensive. So I'm looking for high quality but inexpensive thrift store clothes, and I list them on eBay and Poshmark and flip them for a profit. And it's so much fun. I absolutely love it. And every single week, at least once a week, I do a what sold video to share with you guys what types of brands and styles and materials and all that good stuff that you can pick up and do the same thing. It was these types of videos that were so helpful for me in the beginning because I had no clue what I was doing, and it was through watching what sold videos that helped me the most. So I hope that I can be helpful for you. If you haven't yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. I got goals. My first big goal is 1,000 subscribers, and before I clicked record on this video, I checked and I'm at 327. I'm not there yet, but I'm gonna get there. And when I do, I'm gonna celebrate big. Now, I am on Facebook and Instagram. I do share some behind the scenes type stuff in my resale business there, and just the normal stuff that everybody shares on social media. So you can find me there at JENNYSHANEYFELT Kennemer. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to leave them in the comments and I'll make sure that I get to them. And while you're there, if you like what you see, please hit that like button. It helps small channels out like mine more than you know and helps me grow this channel faster. I appreciate it so much. I really do. My dog's going crazy with her squeaky toy over here. All right, y'all ready to get into these solds? Bendy. Hey, Bendy. Y'all want to meet my dog? Y'all haven't seen my dog yet. Let me show you my dog. This is Bendy. She's gonna look like a completely different dog after this weekend, hopefully, when I give her her haircut and her bath. But isn't she sweet? I love her so much. She's the best. She likes her squeaky toys though. Bendy, can you go play with the boys? Go get them. But I did want to tell you guys, I'm doing an experiment to try to boost my sales on eBay. Well, I'll go ahead and get into these sales and I'll tell you about my experiment at the end while I'm going over the entire week's profit and the breakdown of that and everything with you guys. Let me make myself a note so I don't forget. All right. So the first sale of the week was this Eileen Fisher women's 1X jacket. Silk, linen, orange, boxy. Quiet luxury button top lag. I was trying to write lag and look and it didn't fit, so that's why that says lag. I paid $4.15 for this. I listed it for $54. It was only listed for 18 days and I sent someone an offer for $49. They accepted and that gave me a profit of $37.07. I love starting a Monday out with a good profit item like that because that's a big profit for me. All right, Eileen Fisher, there's your tag one more time. All right, next, I have these forever, 324 days. I think it was the first pair of Judy Blue jeans that I ever found, and I was so excited. I got them at a half price sale, and when I got them home, I realized that the hem of these is not the way that it came. Although it is super cute, someone altered them. So I think that's why it took so long to sell. But here's your Judy Blue tag. Judy Blue has typically sold pretty good. I don't know if I have enough experience with it to really say for sure, but I think I've probably sold 4 Judy Blue jeans, and this one took forever, but I do think it was because it was altered. But anyways, I titled this Judy Blue jeans, size 15-32, boyfriend fit, altered to create bell bottoms, boho. I mean, whoever did it did a really great job. I couldn't tell in the store that that wasn't how it came, but it looks like they turned some tapered leg or skinny jeans into these really cute bell bottoms. I only paid $3.15 for them. I listed them for $36 initially, and what I did gradually decrease the price of that. I sent someone an offer of $21 and they accepted. That gave me a profit of $13.65. Next, if you guys saw the Thrift With Me video that I did, this was in that. So this only took 15 days to sell. I wasn't quite sure about it. I've always heard that Planet is a really great brand to pick up. And this was the 3rd item listed in my closet that was Planet, and the other 2 still haven't sold, so I wasn't real sure how it would do, but I keep picking it up because I trust the people that I watch. And this one did. This one, I really wasn't sure about this one because look how like asymmetric and weird this hangs. I don't know, it's just a real artsy top. So I titled it Planet. It was originally $312. Vegan leather jacket, olive, thyme green was, the style name was thyme green, but does anyone ever really search thyme green? I don't, but olive green is what I would call this, so I did throw olive in there. Asymmetric, women size 8, artsy. It had like this texture to it that reminded me of the frog skin purse my grandmother used to carry. I paid $6.69 for it. I listed it for $80. The buyer sent me a $65 offer after it had been listed for 15 days, and I said, yes, I will take that. That gave me a $45.31 profit. I like that sale. What do you want, baby girl? My dog wants up here. You want to sit up here with me? All right. Okay, next I had these for over a year, 374 days. They were lined jeans like you would wear on the farm if it was cold outside, and they were Cabela's, and I just thought, I was brand new at this at the time, and I thought, heck yes, this is awesome. Someone will pay good money for these. I guess I ran comps. I don't know why I wouldn't have, but I would not pick these up again, especially for $8.15. That's what I paid for them in the beginning. I listed them initially for $40, but I think I had dropped that price pretty close to like $25. And when the I sent someone an offer for $17.87. I probably just hit like the 20% off button or something like that, and they accepted it, and I said, hallelujah, I'm so thankful for my $4 profit on these jeans that I've had for over a year. Oh, let me go through the pictures with you. So I titled it Cabela Women 14 Short, Fleece Lined, Insulated Jeans, Work Pants, Outdoor Petite. I thought they would sell really good and really fast, and maybe I did something in the listing, but I checked it several times and didn't see anything I needed to change. All right, next. It sold again. Y'all may have seen that I accidentally listed this as a 16W, and it was just a 16, and the buyer was so sweet about it, returned it, and it sold within a week again. So real quickly, I'll give you the rundown of this because you've probably already seen it if you've been watching my videos, but I titled it Calvin Klein 16, not 16W, blue sheath dress, tulip sleeve, knee length, gold zipper back. And it was, can't see around my dog here. Here's the Calvin Klein tag. Y'all all know what Calvin Klein looks like. But yes, I would pick up this dress a million times in whatever color they have it. Listed for 7 days. I paid $6 for it. I listed it for $52. This time the buyer sent me an offer for $38.99 and I accepted that. That gave me a profit of $26.49. Next. All right, this one sold within 24 hours. Woohoo! I love a same day sale. I actually had one of those today that I'll share with y'all in next week's video. But I titled this one Pink Blue Baby Doll Top, Puff Sleeve, G. There's your G tag. Women extra large tunic, bright gender reveal. I've never heard anyone say to use that as a keyword, but this was the perfect gender reveal party shirt in my opinion. I don't know if that's what sold it, but I thought it was a good one. So I paid 48 cents for this shirt at a bag sale, and I listed it for $25, and guess what? It sold at full price. Woo! I love a full price sale. That gave me a profit of $19.52. So not only was that a full price sale, that was a full price within 24 hour sale. That does not happen much for me. Although it did today. The one that I got today was the same situation. I'll share that one with y'all. Okay, next, I was super excited about this one too. This was one of my bigger sales. I titled this one Antonio Milani $199 size 14 black leather long sleeve dress, sheath, classic, career. Here's your Antonio Milani tag. And y'all, I paid $1 for this dress. This one was at a bag sale too. This is the place that normally has a bag sale. And the way they do it, I think what I figured out is when they have a new item, they put it on this. There's these 2 jam-packed racks in the middle. If it's brand new, they'll put it there and it has a tag on it, a price tag. And then after it sits there for however long, I don't know what their number is, but if it doesn't sell, then they take the tag off and they put it in the bigger open area of the store. And then at any time in that bigger open area of the store, you can fill a bag for $10 at the most. Sometimes they do like $8, $6, and $4. So that store, I don't find as many high quality things, but I can get a lot of stuff. Usually it's going to be more bread and butter items, which I'm happy to have. But this one was really exciting. So I paid $1 for it. I listed it for $60, and it was listed for 168 days. I sent someone a $52 offer and they accepted. That gave me a profit of $40.60. I have another dress real similar to this one, except for it's sleeveless and full leather, and I'm hoping and believing that that one's going to sell soon for even more. I think it's the same brand. Okay, next. Vintage beach maxi dress, women large, pockets, button, purple, tropical, flowers, Hawaiian. This was Anthony Richards brand. Here's your tag. I didn't put that in the title because when I ran comps, it didn't look like to me that the brand was a big selling point. So I just used this title space for more keywords. But I had this one listed for 44 days and I bought this one for $2.50. I listed it for $25 and the buyer sent me an offer for $20. I accepted that for a profit of $14.42. Next, I'm not a big Harvard fan or anything, but I just thought somebody would think this was special. But when I got it home, it had a hole in it. See it? It was right there above the tag. So I didn't list it for as much as I probably would have, but it did sell fairly quickly. It sold within 10 days. I titled this Harvard tank top, red, white, Ivy League, college. Woo! Y'all hear that thunder? College, beach, preppy, lifeguard, summer. I bought this one at the bag sale for 48 cents also, and I listed it for $16. I might have listed it for $25 if it didn't have that hole in it. But the buyer sent me an offer for $10 and I accepted. That gave me a profit of $7.55. Next is definitely linen season. Linen is flying through my store, and this is one that I had listed in the colder months. Oh my gosh, I hope that y'all can hear me over this rain. Y'all may not can even hear it. It may sound like I'm a crazy person, but I can barely hear myself. All right, Rachel Zoe. I titled this Rachel Zoe Women's Large 100% Linen Boxy Floral Top Button Back Burnt Orange Cropped. It had these cute wood buttons down the back. I think I did it. Y'all may have seen this on me in one of my YouTube shorts. It was listed for 46 days. And I paid $1.99 for it. I listed it for $25. The buyer sent me an offer for $21.16. That gave me a profit of $16.15. And this one, I had no money into it because my sister gave it to me, and I had it listed for 186 days. So I was excited to accept the offer. This one still had the tags on it. I titled it New Hind. Never heard of that brand. Women's extra large racerback tank top with built-in sports bra reflective strip. I listed it for $19, and because I had had it listed for a while with no offers, I did accept the $10 offer. That gave me a profit of $8.26. Okay, that's it for my week of sales for Easter week, and I know y'all heard that one. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. Anyways, so it was only 11 items, but it's okay. Things are going to pick back up. 7 sold on eBay, 4 sold on Poshmark. With my sales plus the shipping that the customer paid, the total was $404.86. So the way that I figure out my profit is I figure out what the customer paid for the item plus the shipping. That was that number. And then I subtract my cost of goods. So all those items that sold, how much did I pay for them all together? And that number was $34.55. Now, eBay and Poshmark charge fees. That's how they make their money. So usually that's around 20%. This week, the total of fees that I was charged was $64.88. Now, then the last thing that I take out to figure out my profit is what did I pay for shipping. So Poshmark and eBay shipping is different from each other, and sometimes I can actually make a little bit of money on my eBay shipping. I don't on Poshmark. It's always just a wash there. But my shipping cost was $72.35. So that brings my total profit for the week of Easter to $233.08. It's okay. I want to pick it up this week, but I'm thankful for those few bigger sales in here, or it would have been way lower than what I wanted it to be. All right, I told you I was going to tell you about my experiment that I'm doing. All right, I touched on this a little bit in my last video or the one before it, where I was talking about, do I promote my listings? I have done promoted closet, I think is what they call it on Poshmark. They were doing it for free, and I clicked on the button, and they hope that you'll forget to turn it off, which I did. So I ended up paying $30 for the second week. And honestly, there was not enough of an increase in my sales on Poshmark, even over those 2 weeks, to make it worth the $30 that I spent. And that's kind of what I'm hearing across the board from other resellers that I trust. Now, I'm hearing something completely different from those same resellers about promoting your listings on eBay. And you do have a little bit more flexibility with doing it on eBay than Poshmark, I feel like. And on eBay, you can promote certain listings and not promote others. And that's kind of what I've been doing. that is what I've been doing. So I, in the past, have not promoted my listings unless when I'm first listing it, if I see that there are tons of the exact same item in the exact same size listed and that item has a low sell-through rate, then I'll go ahead and promote it at like 2 or 3%. So what that means, if you're new to reselling, if I promote something at 2%, then whatever the final selling fee is, eBay not only takes their normal fee, like the fees I was talking about earlier, but they'll take an extra 2%. And okay, so there was those Cabela's jeans that I showed you, those fleece line jeans in today. So just as an example, those sold for $17.87. The 2%, actually, I don't know what percent I had those promoted at, but it was no more than 5%. I guess this would have been 2%, just looking at it. I'm not real good at percentages in my head. But the promoted listing fee that they took out was $1.34. So I am happy to pay that if that sold off promoted listing, because I had those for 374 days. Typically, the only reason that I have promoted it is the case that I just explained to you, where if I list something and I notice that there are tons of them listed and it's a low sell-through rate item, then I'll go ahead and promote it from the beginning. I'm mostly clicking 2 or 3%. But also, if it's been listed for a really long time, as I'm going back through my items, I sometimes will promote it after it's been listed for a while, just to try to move it. But my experiment is, I hit promote at 2% on everything in my entire eBay store. So what I want to do is I'm going to keep it that way for a month, and I'm going to report back to you and tell you if it paid for itself and was worth it for the profit that came in on those extra items. So I'm at, let's see, this is April. I'm right at a year doing this. Up until this point, I have not promoted all my listings across the board, but we're gonna see how this goes. Do you promote your listings? I wanna know. And I've heard from a lot of different resellers, whether it be clothes or hard goods or whatever, that they don't really promote theirs for more than 2 or 3%. So that's where I arrived at that number. And I saw one time somebody complaining because they said, I promoted it at 100% and eBay took the entire profit. I didn't get any earnings. Well, that is exactly what it means. It's saying, when you sell this item, we will take X% and you get to pick whatever that percentage is of the total sale. So don't put it at 100. Like, why would you even do this to promote it at 100? Because that's just like, I'm gonna package this up to make you money, eBay. No, we don't wanna do that. So that's what I'm doing. That's my experiment. And I'm one that, I talked to you guys too about, someone had asked if I used a virtual assistant program, and I don't, but I'm open to it. But I don't want to change too many things at once, because I want to be able to know for myself and to be able to report back to you which things made the biggest difference, so that I know where my money is best spent. So maybe after this month of promoting everything at 2%, I may decide to keep it there. I may decide to up it. I don't know. We'll see what the numbers say. Or I may decide to just go back to not promoting much of anything. And then next month, I may look at my experiment being adding a virtual assistant. We'll see. Can you think of another experiment that you would like for me to run in my business to see if it's worth it, so that I can see for myself and report back to you guys? Let me know if you want me to try an experiment for all of this. All right, I'm gonna hop off of here. I know I've got some homework that I've got to help one of my boys with. We've already done some history for Lincoln, and Jake said he needs some help. I think it's the exact same assignment, which we've already done with Lincoln, so that'll make it easy. I gotta cook supper. I may actually get time to list a few more items today. I did 6 this morning. I did 10 yesterday, and the day before I didn't do any, so I need to get caught up. I shoot for about 5 a day. Before I go, let me just add one more time. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribing is always free. I hope that you will consider subscribing and hit that bell icon, because that will notify you every time I release a new video. And if there's anybody that you can think of that might benefit from an extra stream of income like reselling in their life, hit the share button, send it on over to them. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much.